Fight fans, happy Mondays to the DAZN Boxing Show. I go with the name of Barak.
And I'm Barak, the boxing bully.
Woo, what a weekend that we have in the world of boxing. Big fight. I wouldn't call it an upset, but very entertaining fight. A lot of things happened after the decision. We're going to get into all of that right now in the opening bell. Barak, back in Saudi Arabia, I tell you, we definitely saw a different Anthony Joshua going into that fight. I had the fight after 6, 3-3. I thought that AJ established his jab early in the fight and also attacked the body. And he was more confident. He was actually backing Usyk up a little different from the first fight. After 6, I said, man, we have a real fight in here. But Usyk came up with the decision. Some people don't like some of the scorecards, but I'll tell you what, I saw a very entertaining heavyweight fight. The guy that was supposed to win, at least when it comes to the odds, the favorite won the fight. But what I wasn't expecting is what would happen after.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is the problem. The problem is Usyk won. And we're talking about Anthony Joshua. Well, you're talking about Anthony Joshua.
Yeah.
I want to say congratulations to Oleksandr Usyk. Yeah. I thought it was an incredible performance, especially after being hurt in the 9th round. I mean, I thought Anthony Joshua was going to finish him in the 9th round, but he was moving. A lot of those shots missed. After he was already hurt, could have been taken out, came back in the 10th round and gave it his all. He just put it all on the line and hurt Joshua. That was a great fight. Great performance by Usyk. He's a great fighter. He's a great fighter, and hopefully this gets Fury to come back. Now,
I wouldn't say he hurt Joshua so much at night. I thought that Joshua blew, everything he had in the 9th, in the 10th round. I think he was gassed out and punched himself out in the 9th. So it was more exhaustion, which is a bit of a repeat as to what happened late in the first fight.
That's how guys get knocked out.
Yeah,
that's
but
how Conor McGregor got knocked out. That's how a lot of people get knocked out, because you're tired.
Yeah, he was tired. But what I'm saying is I didn't see no flush shots landed where he was wobble. I think he was just spent. He had nothing left in the tank. And
no,
look,
there was some flush shots.
And look, no credit away from Usyk. He's a phenomenal fighter. That's why he was the favorite. That's why he's been on the pound for pound list. We already know how great he is. What people were waiting for and wanting to see, can AJ make adjustments with the new trainer, with a new mindset, and actually go beat the better boxer? Can he do that? That's what we were all waiting for. And for most of, the better part of that fight, it was still up in the air. A lot of people were still saying to themselves, even me watching, wow, can he pull it off? Can he pull it off? But look, credit to Usyk. We know what we want to see next. It doesn't mean, and I said it before going into this fight, people were asking, if Joshua loses, is it over for him? Why would anybody say anything like that when a guy was competitive in the fight? He's a young fighter and a young star. There's so many other heavyweights that can fight Anthony Joshua, and it would be a hot ticket.
Yeah, Joshua's in a better position than Usyk as far as taking a loss. He could take this loss and being a more popular fighter can rebound and demand more fights. Now, all I was saying was I'm one of those guys that was wondering if Joshua could make a couple of changes, tweak some things, and pull off the victory.
And don't you think he did to some degree? Made changes?
Absolutely. I definitely saw a different AJ. I saw more movement. I saw head movement. I saw a stiffer jab. I saw feints. I just think there's a proper order to things. I think, yes, we were all waiting for Anthony Joshua to pull it off because, truth be told, I was rooting for him, but the man that won needs to be spoken about first. That's all I feel. Now, as far as AJ, people are upset about how he conducted himself afterwards. And I just want to remind everybody that they criticized AJ when he seemed to have taken the Andy Ruiz loss too lightly. And now you're criticizing AJ when he's showing passion and disappointment in losing. So he can't win. Maybe it was two extremes, maybe, but understand something, that this man in the heavyweight division won all 3 belts individually. Some people don't do that. He won the first belt by beating Charles Martin, the second belt, which was up for grabs against Vladimir Klitschko, and then the third belt against Joseph Parker, and lost all three in one night, and had a chance to get those belts back and was beaten again. So maybe in his heart, he's like, all of this work that I put in, all of this work that I did to gain all of those three belts and defend those belts, I just lost that chance of getting them back. So he was emotional.
Not to mention that he had lost them in the past and then went back and got him back.
Right. So he was emotional, and that's me speaking from that side, meaning I can understand him. And even though Joshua was actually giving praise to Usyk, and, you know, had the crowd saying hip, hip, hooray. Now, first of all, Usyk doesn't speak English. You know, I'm sure he understood that part. I think in the beginning, when Joshua first took the mic, Usyk was like, oh God, what's going to happen? Even I was like, oh no, because we seen Joshua highly upset, but he was upset at himself, but we didn't know. So we was thinking maybe he's going to argue the cards. I really won this fight. That would have been horrendous. So Usyk was like, all right, listen, go do whatever you want to do, but just give me my flag. don't disrespect my flag. We're going through a lot here, you know? So he took the flag and, like a gentleman, moved back and gave Anthony Joshua that time. But I think that even praise can be untimely. I think that was the champion's moment. Usyk gave it to him, but he took it from Usyk, actually. Usyk was nice enough to just fall back and let Anthony Joshua do that, get that off his chest, praise the man. But I think it was probably the wrong moment. I think a moment like that's supposed to be given to you if you lost. You know what I mean?
Barak,
but I think, hold on one thing. I just think that Anthony Joshua was very highly upset at himself, but I think he should hold his head up high because he lost to an Olympic gold medalist. Now, I understand that everybody's saying, oh, Joshua was a gold medalist too, but there's a big difference between a super heavyweight gold medalist and a middleweight gold medalist. Usyk was a middleweight gold medalist. That means he was a smaller fighter. He had more gracefulness, more athleticism. He fought smaller guys. He even lost in the amateurs, he lost to Sean Porter, we always talk about. So it's like the heavier you get in the amateurs, obviously you see less skill, you see less movement, less punch output. So this is the pedigree of Usyk, and that's who Anthony Joshua lost to.
Yeah. You know, with all that being, and I agree with all of those, points you pointed out. First off, the emotions running through and adrenaline running through a fight after a fight of that magnitude, pride plays a part, disappointment, emotion, heartbreak. I'm not giving him an excuse for that because obviously it was Usyk's moment. And I had never seen anything like that. We grabbed the mic, then after a fight, moved around, and so on and so forth. But with all that being said, I think once he gathered his thoughts back, he's a sharp dude. He's always says the right thing, always respectful. And to your point, he can't keep the fans happy, but he made a statement on Instagram. And he says, I wish Usyk continued success in your quest for greatness. You are a class act champ. Yesterday, I had to mentally take myself into a dark place to compete for the championship belts. I had two fights, one with Usyk and one with my emotions, and both got the better of me. I'll be the first to admit, I let myself down. I acted out of pure passion and emotion, and when not controlled, it ain't great. I love this sport so much, and I'll be better from this point on.
Yeah, but compared to so many other people that handle losses worse, poorly, that was nothing. He didn't say, oh, I thought I won. It'd be worse if he said, hey, I thought I won. What's going on?
Like for instance, if Adrian Broner did something like that, nobody would be shocked, nobody would be surprised. You know what I mean? People would be like, oh, that's typical Broner. But because we don't expect that from AJ, people are taken back by it. But I like his statement here on Instagram. I like the way he handled it. I would love to see AJ back in the ring. I don't know. And look, this is just my opinion. I don't know if Robert Garcia, I'm not blaming him for the loss or anything like that. I don't know if it's the ideal trainer for him. stylistically.
Oh.
Maybe it is. Maybe he's comfortable. I mean, look, I have my own ideas, but this is just opinion.
You want to be in his corner.
Look,
That's what
no.
it is.
You know, as somebody that comes from the sport, sometimes you want to see a fighter that you're rooting for do certain things. But it's easier said than done. It's not easy to implement all of those things you have in your head. Do this, do that, do this, do that. To do it in the ring, let alone against a great fighter like Usyk. So people having opinions, and I don't want to fall into that bracket of just saying what you should do when it's a lot harder to do it inside the ring. I'm saying all that to say that AJ looked better than he did the first time. He was actually in this fight. I felt that he gassed out after the ninth and had nothing left for 10, 11, and 12. Had he kept that same pace, I think we would be talking about a different winner. I think he could have really won that fight. But Usyk deserves the praise, the respect for being a great champion and going back and winning the fight again. And we can't wait to see him against a guy that supposedly retired. But
no,
he did make a statement.
It's penciled in now. Now this fight with Usyk and Tyson Fury is penciled in. And when you write
Tyson
pencil,
said,
it can be erased.
Tyson put out a video and said, get your checkbook ready. So obviously he's entertaining that fight with Usyk. We never know when it comes to Fury what's real. All I'll say is I can't wait to see that fight, but I also want to see AJ back in the ring again, man. All right, that's our show for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace and love. Stay safe. We're out of here.